Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today's guest is Trevor from New Zealand. He was here snowboarding in Niseko for the season. He's back in New Zealand now for the New Zealand winter, but a few days before he went back home, he came to visit us for an interview. The first thing I asked him was, where are you from?
From Mount Hutt, Methven, New Zealand, originally from Christchurch, North Beach.
Kia ora, in stick news today, China has just opened the world's longest cross-sea bridge, and hundreds of drivers have been fined for driving too slowly on the bridge. China's new bridge is 36 kilometres long. It opened on the 1st of May. Reuters reports that since then, police have fined more than 300 drivers, mostly for driving too slowly or illegally parking on the emergency lanes while enjoying the ocean view and taking photos. Apparently, long lines of cars have caused serious traffic problems and led to a series of accidents. But one driver complained, "I just wanted to drive a bit slowly and enjoy the sea breeze. Is that wrong?" And that was Stick News for Monday, the 5th of May. Kia ora. How long have you been coming to Japan? How did you find out about Niseko? Has Niseko changed much since then? You do winters in both New Zealand and Japan, don't you? Are the conditions very different in New Zealand and Japan? You also skateboard, don't you? Which do you prefer? Do you think there's a difference between New Zealand and Japanese snowboarding style? Do you make a living professionally snowboarding? Have you ridden on many other mountains in Japan? How easy is it to become a professional snowboarder these days? How do you get a sponsor?
It's been 13, 14 years now, yeah. Came here to ride for 540s, Ross Carty from Pau Pau. He was the distributor for 540s in Japan, so came here to ride for him and ripped Niseko up. A few friends told me about it and it sounded a pretty good place to be, so over I came. Apart from the thousands and thousands of Australians, yeah, no, it's changed a lot. The powder's not there on the resort of Harafu like it used to be, but it's different and it's good because it's faster and it's still a lot of fun. Yeah, go from the winter there and a bit of spring and then a month of summer or so, and then get over here. I call my friends and wait for the bamboo to disappear, and once that's gone, I'm over here. Well, our slopes are open and rocky peaks and stuff, and we have no trees on the slope, so it's all open field and big mountain riding kind of thing. And the snow it's different. It gets more packed. The mountains are a lot different, but the powder here is often deeper and more fluffy, lighter snow, and with the trees it makes it a lot different. Yeah, cross over to the skateboarding. I originally started skateboarding and turned to snowboarding when snowboarding started. Old sponsors from skating sort of put me onto the snowboard and stuff, and it was just a natural thing to do, so carried on with that. Started skating when I was 6, and I was doing contests and that at 9 through sort of 13 and stuff, and still skating now and having a good time. It's a hard one. So I usually say skateboarding's my passion and snowboarding's my living, but snowboarding's a passion too, and they're both so different. I find snowboarding so easy compared to skating. Skating's a very technical sport. They both have their times. I think the one thing that makes us a little different is New Zealand riders seem to calculate their riding a little bit more. The Japanese riders seem to just go for it. There's a lot of guys out there, the Japanese riders, which will put their body on the line a lot more, where the Kiwi guys tend to progress and get there in the end. But the Japanese riders, they seem to get very good very quickly, and yeah, but they're often little guys too, and they spin really fast, and yeah, fun to watch. I used to make a living professionally snowboarding, but as I got older and the Japanese riders got better and better, the sponsors got smaller, and these days I run an indoor skateboard park back home in my winter, and come over here and help out over here a little bit too. Yeah, when I used to ride for a shop down in Osaka called Sports Takahashi, and they sponsored us to basically go around and demonstrate and competition, border cross, one make jump, slopestyle, and half pipe. So when I was there, I got to travel around all over Japan and go to a lot of different resorts and ride. So it was a good opportunity. I think for the New Zealand guys these days, it's harder, but it's easier. It's harder because there's more riders at a higher level, but it's easier because these days with the internet and New Zealand riders getting out over the world and riding internationally all the time, if they're good enough, they're going to get the sponsors and they'll get the video parts. But these days there's thousands of riders out there which are trying to be professional, and it's a tough game. So yeah, it has its pluses and minuses. Usually you'll ride to the top level of your local area, and then you'll start to travel and stuff, and a lot of people are sponsored for competition in the earlier days in sponsorship, and where they'll move through competition and into video parts and stuff like that to keep their sponsors going. But usually you're getting some footage and some results and getting it to the sponsors, and yeah, that's the way you go.
True or false? Trevor has spent 3 or 4 winters in Japan. False. Trevor started skateboarding before he started snowboarding. True. Trevor said that skateboarding is easier than snowboarding. False. Trevor used to make a living professionally snowboarding. True. Trevor used to be sponsored by a shop in Osaka. True. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.